Hey, it's Trisha. I'm a TV host, actress, as well as a DJ. Well, one of the biggest reasons why I want to come to NLP was because of communication. So I want to improve how I communicate with people on a personal level as well as on a larger scale. And I felt that the language part of NLP was really helpful. My career revolves around communication, like on a larger scale and a small scale, especially when I go for events, social gatherings. You know how sometimes you find yourselves talking to people like, oh, hey, how's the weather? Hey, how you doing? And great, you? And it stops there. So right now I learn how to pace, I lead the conversation. So it's like I pace, and then I talk about what I want to talk to. Most of the time it's not about what I want to say, but how I say it. And I think that is very important that I learned in NLP. I learned to reframe things. So sometimes when people tell me something negative and they're like, oh, and I go like, hey, how if you look at it in a different way? So it's about how I put the context and content differently for them, and then they can probably see it in another way because I have already seen it in another way. One basic thing that I learned: distortion, deletion, the simple things that our minds do to actually that makes life easier for us. And actually it makes lives difficult for us because we tend to distort the information and delete information that we receive. So with that, I stopped blaming people. It's like, hey, why I talk already you don't understand? At least now I'm like, hey, I know where you're coming from. I'm saying this, but this is not necessarily what you're listening or what you're hearing and what you're absorbing. And sometimes what you're saying, I'm actually deleting and distorting information. So I tend to understand more of how the mind works and going around it and changing my perception of things. A few things I remember very vividly, I would say the 20 presuppositions. I was actually mesmerized that everything in our lives can actually, be looked at through this 20 different lens, and this 20 different lens actually changes my perspective, not only for work purpose, even for me as a person, how I would communicate with people, my friends, my family. So even on a personal level, I think it helps me a lot. Looking at things in another way has changed the way I look at my career, and that has improved me personally, and of course communicating as well. So as a total, I would feel I don't know how to describe it, but it's just tremendous improvement that I cannot consciously feel. Wow, this is really, really life-changing.